Hello everybody, this is Grand Madam. Today I want to do a different kind of reading. It's going to be the before and after reading. I have the, hold on, let me reach over here. I'm going to read from the before deck, and then I'm going to do a reading after deck, with the after deck. And the reading I want to do it on, I want to know, now that Queen Elizabeth has passed, condolences to the royal family and to the UK. I want to know how it's going to impact the world and how it's going to impact the US. I'm in the US. If I hear Canada or Australia, then I'll throw a spread down, but you're going to have to let me hear you. Use your mind to shoot it out there if that's what you want. Hopefully before I finish this reading, okay? Or I'll come back and do another one. I was listening to the news. Now she passed yesterday. I know I heard a news commentator say something like 2 days ago, which means the day before her passing was announced, that she was the most powerful leader in the world. I'm like, oh, I thought it was just the US and the UK and Canada and the other colonies, right? And then he ran down the Commonwealth. I'm like, oh, I forgot about them. And I didn't pay too much mind. And then next day, it's announced that she has passed. So maybe British news media had a heads up 2 days ago. I don't know. But I want to look into something. I want to see how her passing, which is an end of an era, and that is historically huge, whether we pay attention to it or not, because we're just living in it, right? We're just living in it during the times. But looking back at history, what was going on while she lived compared to what will be going on now that she's gone and gone into the other realms. Okay? Charles is king. Condolences to the king for on his mother's passing. Um, I want to know. Let's just see. Let's just see. I'm not going to use this. So I'm going to use the before deck. Okay, my tarot team is here. The question I'm going to formulate is, what was the relationship between the US and the UK during the reign of Queen Elizabeth, and how well did they get along? What were they into together? That kind. How was their relationship? We already know the US was still called the colonies. Yeah. Yeah, a lot had changed after that skirmish called that Revolutionary War. And agreements were made. A nation was built. But we're still called the colonies. So between the U.S. colonies and the U.K., during the reign of, let's say, the last 20 years, Queen Elizabeth II, what was the relationship? How were we interacting here? And basically the reason I'm doing this is because it has already been stated that President 45 had some secret documents on the nuclear capacities of certain countries. And we know that most of the countries are industrial countries, first world nations that have that kind of capacity. So are we talking about him having secrets on our allies? Holy Jesus, holy Jesus. Would that really make them mad? Was the UK one of those allies? That's what I really want to find out. But this is gonna, we'll see, we'll see. Oh, look at that. This is the card. This is my title card, and this card on the back, it is a special invitation. So, during her reign, especially in the last 20 years, we had a special relationship. I keep telling you, we were still considered the colonies. I want you, can you read that? It says tarot invitation, but it was a special invitation. I'll leave that right there, the way that came off. And look at these Seven of Wands. It's though it was seen, it was anticipated. This tells me somebody sees trouble brewing. See this man on his knees? We'll pray for this country. They don't know what they're doing still after all these years. Let's just pray for them. Look at the enemies around them. So this is how the UK sees us. What's going on we don't know about. Ha! Look at the internal strife. And also, I'm looking at this. They're running across the pond. See that ocean in the back? That blue is water back there. So we are also having issues with, let's say, a challenging force from across the sea. So we have internal strife. We have trouble coming in from across the pond. They're worried about some wall. We've got problems coming in from somewhere else. Okay? Wow. And it's like, oh, we can handle this. That's the American attitude. I got this. I ain't worried. And here is 45. Okay? He's King of Wands. Gemini, I know, but has an ascendant in Leo. So, there's the Rod of Power. He's sitting pretty. Oh, but look at this. Here's the Seven of Swords. Somebody is getting ready to do something very, very sneaky. Remember, this is the before deck. This is the before reading. Can you see? Yeah, that's better. Somebody's getting ready to pinch a sword, or two, or three. Future. Okay, the United States looks like it's doing a lot of tax collecting here, or is seen as a collector. Also, since we're talking about the relationship between the UK and the US, we could also be giving them money. Okay? That's in the future. Oh, holy moly. Now here we see conflict again. Five of Wands. So we have a mental clash of the minds. This is a clash of ideas, ideology. This is a straight out fight. Main concern, uh-oh, Queen of Swords. This is a woman about to take her throne. You see the angel bringing it down to her. This is the Queen of Swords. This is the no-nonsense female. This is the feminist. Taking the throne. She's taking the throne. Mm-hmm. This is interesting. What am I looking at here? Okay. Now here we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is a little different. See the woman? I think this is the grandmother with the newborn, grandbaby, and the paterfamilias holding the puppies. This is the process of building a legacy. Okay? So we're building a legacy. We've got some money now. We need to build up some families to pass it on down to. That's interesting coming from England. Our legacy has been built. And now there's hope that we can just rest up on this thing. Or maybe take some introspection. Look at ourselves as a people. Because there's a fear that we're doing stuff and we're not paying attention to the stuff we do. We're just reacting. We're not putting forth any goals, any achievements. It's just we're reacting to whatever's going on instead of putting things in place so that the people can be safe in this country. so that the people can be protected. This is interesting because it looks like the whole thing about now, the UK is that was the British Empire at one time, and they were some of the most vicious colonizers in the world. But when it comes to the UK, she's gonna take care of herself. Her people are gonna be taken care of. That's a whole interesting, a different perspective compared to the United States, where everyone is an individual and you're on your own. The resources are out there. I got mine, you got yours to get, because that's what it is. Okay? And here we go again. This is the future. Okay? These are the kids building up a past, creating a past. The next generation. Well, they only have what? 2 cups out of the 6 done? Okay, now here comes the king. He's taking his throne, taking his sword, sword of truth. And it's coming in on a dark cloud. So he's coming in position now to start slashing away at the illusions of the situation here. This is the lawmaker. And here is the Ace of Wands. And this is going to be interesting because we have the lawmaker. Is that how? Yeah. Conflict and passion. Something's in the wind. The UK can see it. We have issues about passion over here. We have issues about sex over here. And this man is going to make sure, the lawmaker, that our sex lives and passionate lives are going to be regulated. This is how the UK sees us. And they know where it came from. The mental challenge, relationships. It's relationships. The Knight of Cups. She's handing him a cup. Let me see if anything's in that cup. Can't see. It's not full to the brim. She's handing the Knight a cup. This is in the mental challenge. It's like she's making offering. Ooh. How many? Yeah. And it looks like the emotional challenge to that offering is like, there's a danger there. This is the Nine of Wands. You see that wolf coming through those wands? Wands are set up like a fence, and somebody's about to be attacked. Outcome is the Empress. Okay, this is where the woman is triumphant here. This is the boss, this is the mother, this is the goddess, this is the Empress. So, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups. Female influence. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay. So I'm going to move that over here now. I'll just shift everything over here. To make some room because I'm going to do a Celtic spread also with the after. And this can also be the queen because I asked during her reign what was the relationship with the United States. Let's try and get this over here. Bear with me. This was my off day, and I did not have my head in tarot at the time, as if I don't always. Now, yeah, I want it just like that so that I can see it. Okay, now that the Queen has passed, what is the relationship and how does the UK see the United States? Ooh. Okay. Help Tarot team. Now that the Queen has passed on, And we now have King Charles, or the UK now has King Charles, because I feel that, like I said earlier, it's the end of an era, and this is obviously a one tremendous power shift that is going to impact the world. But I want to see how it's going to impact us over here in the U.S. Okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I did a preliminary reading, just sitting on my recliner watching the news, and I'm like, what? Oh boy! But I want to see if the same thing crops up with this reading. Yeah, I bent these two. What do you do? Can you laminate these? If you laminate them, will they still stay straight, or can I even shuffle them after I've laminated? I just don't want to buy a new deck every few months. Okay. Things cost money. All right. United States, after Queen Elizabeth has passed. One more this side. No more? Okay, Spirit, I'll hear you. So we'll go top, middle, or bottom. Come on, Spirit, you got this one. Top, middle, or bottom? Okay. I said bottom. Okay. Thank you. Overall energy. Conflict with the UK? See, I felt this. I didn't know what it was. And sometimes, to be perfectly honest, because I think in a certain way, and because I get my behind on my back sometimes, as my grandmother used to say, and I don't want to deal with it, when impressions come in, I don't want to deal with that. Tell somebody else. But I felt this. I just was afraid to look at it. That's what it was. Ooh. Whoa. Let me take this off. I got too much glare. Now here, conflict over the financial security of the woman. I'm trying to figure out what she's doing with these grapes. This is interesting. Hold on, I've got to grab another deck. I want to look at, this is Rider-Waite based, but I want to grab, I'm sorry folks, look at this. Look on the ground. Her gardening glove and a snail is on the ground, and she's up there plucking, getting ready to eat some grapes. Now, that connotes work. I want to see the difference, because there's a difference between this Nine of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles from the regular deck, and it means something. I want to see what it is, because in Rider-Waite's, she's a lady of leisure. In this deck, it looks like she's working from home. You know, she working a venue. It's work. The TV you hear in the back is the news, and I'm keeping it on because I very well may hear something else that's going to trigger me to go do a reading. I don't want to wait till later on at 6 o'clock. Oh, come on. Where's the card? Ah, here we go. Now look at this. Now you look at this one. You see her, not a care in the world, with a bird? Look at this. Financially secure, leisure. She's in her leisure. She's out there falconing. She's into falconry. That's super wealth, y'all. She can go out and watch the bird, feed the bird, and wait for the bird to come back. This woman right here, she's working. She's working. And she may be working from her estate in a vineyard. Is this woman in a vineyard? She's surrounded by grapes too. But this woman is picking grapes. There's a difference here. Now make sure I don't mix up these cards. Okay? That's a shift. That's a shift. And what else is that on the ground? I don't know if that's a worm or what. Or just a string from the hem of her robe. Why would she be picking grapes in this robe? She's gonna make her own wine? Oh, wait a minute. There's something else I didn't. No, they're the same flowers. That's the same bib. The bird has flown away. The bird has flown away. So her day is free. Maybe she is. Why would she pick her own grapes in her own vineyard to make her own wine? She has people for that. This is a woman working her own estate. And look at this. This is what's crossing it or supporting it. Maybe she has a restaurant. This is the Nine of Cups. Take a close look at that. Good eating, good drinking. I'm reading this as a conflict. Women can sustain themselves now. We eat well, we drink well, we do what we want to do, we have our own estates, and there is a conflict with that. And the UK sees it. Oh! And they say it's from the devil. Look at this. That's interesting. It's a blockage, it's a hindrance. And it's created by fear. And I didn't see all those different little devilish, demonish things. There are those grapes again. Can you see those ugly little things at the bottom? This is how the UK sees us. Okay, there's the king. Did he come up as the king on that time? This is Charles. He's in. Oh, okay, hold on. Coming in. And Charles, he looks like he's highly intuitive, or there is a secret that must be told. And someone here's the Knight of Swords coming in for answers. You see? So there are questions. Oh, he came. He got an answer. I take that back. Look at that. He got an answer, and the answer was wham. Queen of Wands, Camilla, the Queen Consort, meaning if his passing, she will not become queen. The line goes down to Prince William, the Queen Consort. Oh my God, look at this. Here's Diana, the Princess Diana, the Princess of Wales. Oh, oh, it's getting interesting. A lot of anxiety here. Trying to slay the dragon in their dreams. Oh, look, somebody's doing some magic. This is a magician. Look at everything up in the air. It's moving. It looks like Hogwarts over there. Ha! This is interesting. This is supposed to be how the UK sees the United States, and we pick up King Charles and his two queens, or his two princesses. Oh, look at this. Four of Swords. Look at this Four of Swords. This can also mean that Charles may not fulfill his duties, but may retire from them. And look at this. Here's another energy of walking away. Is Charles going to take the throne next week? Or is he going to take it at all, or is he going to pass it down the way? What is he going to do here? Unknown. He hasn't decided. Mental challenge so far. It's just our relationship with the UK is going to be on and confident. But look at this. Emotionally, I don't know why. Look at this. This is a Ten of Wands. We appear to be burdensome to the UK, or there will be burdens, and there will be other options. What I'm thinking here is that since the passing of the Queen, that Charles is going to come in, and we are going to have obviously a different relationship with the UK than we had with the Queen. But what I'm seeing is um, like a distancing. It's that we have such internal conflict here. It's almost like the attitude is, you mean to tell me you have not resolved that yet? Almost as if we were children misbehaving. Are we? Are we? And it's the UK feels that we've made poor choices. Look, all about the bag, all about the money, ignoring the snake. Which country is represented by the snake? I forgot. Wrapped around our waist. So the UK is distancing themselves from us. They think we're just too problematic to be dealt with. I never expected that. I never expected that. Uh, Bottom of the deck, I'm afraid to look. Okay. Oh, look at this. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. We've had a king that is a little too close to certain people, who now has regrets and who is now being chased by the law because of their contracts made to make money with certain folks. Communication, rapid communication, emails, text messages. hmm Even though the emperor, he's coming up in, somebody just loves control. And this is what I was concerned about, folks. Here we go. Somebody was spying on the UK. Spying on the UK. Uh-oh. And which came first? A judgment from a decision in court is about to be made, if it hasn't been already. Thank you. We had a Knight of Cups that was coming in with promises, and they drank the wine before they got to the mansion or got to the castle. Somebody drank the king's wine. And it's like the UK has says it's been very generous with us financially, and now we've gone behind their backs and done something very sneaky. I want to find out what this. So this tears it. This is what I was feeling. I still don't know why. So I'm going to the Normans. For the Normans. Did I see that over here? No, not with the. Yeah, with the Queen. Look, look, look. Before. Wait a minute. Before. After. Before. Getting ready to steal the sword. After. Got it and walked away. What did we do to England? What is the Seven of Swords after that? What is the Seven of Swords after that? What is the Seven of Swords? I mean, Charles is serious about this. Dead serious. Oh, wait a minute. The cards just fell out my hands. You know, the way this is reading, it's Charles really misses Diana. I mean, he's got the woman he wanted, but there's a spot of regret in his heart. And he has some questions about the way she died, too, that, well, maybe now he'll ask. How about being afraid even to ask? But now he will. So what is the Seven of Swords? What is the Seven of Swords? What is the Seven of Swords? Whatever it is, whatever was stolen, whatever lie was told, whatever sneaky business was had, has closed the cycle with the UK. Whatever the United States did, it has brought about the end of a cycle, the end of an era. Now, the relationship with us is going to be a little different. This is okay? Okay. So what is the Seven of Swords? We have a woman in clover. A woman in clover. I don't know what that means on a global scale. Distancing himself with a false face. Distancing themselves, making themselves hard to reach, making ourselves hard to reach, and wearing a false face. And here's a Christian cross with a wishing well. They are really upset with the United States over these women's health issues. It says we're anchored in confusion, which goes back to we can't be trusted because we're too stupid to handle our own business. That's basically what that means. Not that he would ever say that. They are really, really, when they introduced Dobbs and knocked down Roe versus Wade, I understood the whole world was going, "What did you just do?" But now it makes sense. It looks like it's a deliberate short change of the female gender. It's like you trying to keep it this. Let me read this. What is woman in clover? Woman in clover. Woman in clover. Six of diamonds. Six of diamonds. That's pentacles. What is this? I don't have to look at it. I just see what it is. I see what it is now. These are the Normans, so you get two readings on one card if you look at it right. The Six of Diamonds, the clover, short-lived. This is the Six of Diamonds right here. The clover signifies something short-lived. The Six of Diamonds is the Six of Pentacles, short-lived generosity. And female is female. The Ace of Spades is hardship. Tremendous hardship. So it's like they are spooked by the attack on the female in the United States. So, wow. Let's ask, what does the future hold? Well, we don't do. Let's see. What can I ask? What can I ask? I heard Australia. Hold on. What? Before I do Australia, I want to know. Uh-oh, wait a minute. I'm mixing up the cards. I always do this with the beginning and after. Yeah. Well, I'm not going to use these anyway. I'll have to break them down later. Um. Oh, here we go. What can we expect Will we keep our alliance with the UK? That's what is important. Will the United States keep its alliance with the UK, even though they think we're the dumbest things? Well, we're still a growing nation. Well, let's they've been around 2,000 years. Londinium is about 2,000. That's central London, they call it. Londinium. Roman London. That's about 2,000 years old. Talk about old city. I think our oldest city is about 200 years old. So we've got a ways to go. So let's see if the United States can keep its alliance, can keep it strong. It's not going to be strong. It's like when you have a wayward child, an adult child that's acting up, in and out of jail, you keep them away from the rest of the family. Yes, you do. Can we keep our alliance with the UK? Can the United States keep their alliance with the UK? Yes, no spread. I'm not. Now, should I do yes, no spread? I'm going to do yes, no spread. And then I have to move on to Australia. Okay. First pile, 1. Conflict, 2. Investigation, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. They'll still be generous with us. But they are a little ticked off that they found out some things that Trump had secrets on them. Second pile. Disappointment. Third pile. Ace of Cups. That's 1 seed of love. Fourth pile. Ace of Wands. Still a little ticked off. Last pile. Uh-oh. No. Sun, elimination, exposure. I have 2 aces. 2 aces. Meaning, if we are going to be in alliance with the UK ever again, boy, we got some amendments to make. Wow. Wow. All right. I'm going to keep this short and sweet because I've been on here 37 minutes. Let's look at the Australia. How is the death of the Queen going to impact the Commonwealth, Australia? And what is it? It's a country. Excuse me. How would it impact Australia? And another thing, I'm feeling that with Charles there, King Charles coming to the throne, I just get a pulling back from the colonies. I mean, those who are supposed to be independent colonies, but still have government buildings up there with UK officials back and forth and back and forth. That back and forth, and they're going to pull back their money. And the reason they're pulling back and pulling out is because not only can they not afford it right now, but they really need to shore up England's economy. Not just England. They've got a whole United Kingdom to take care of right now. And things are not looking very well when it comes to their energy. They are so ticked off with Putin right now, it's not funny. They are pulling back their resources, and they're going to be, or extracting from the colonies. I just feel a pulling back, pulling back. I read that as withdrawing from the colonies, but that could also be extracting more taxes from the colonies, more minerals from the colonies. Whatever it is, it's like this. That's what it feels like. And then locking down, locking in. Okay. UK and Australia. Now that the Queen has passed, how will it impact Australia? Oh, UK be around for another 1,000 years, please. But it will have expanded. Spirit, are you serious? I heard it will have expanded into France. Don't say nothing to the French. Don't say anything to the French. In another 1,000 years. Okay. Well, things will be different by then. But don't say anything right now. Whoa! hold on. Let me do Australia, and then I'm going back to, hold on, I'm going back to the United States. But let me, UK and Australia, UK and Australia, right now. Now that the Queen has passed, with King Charles on the throne, how will that impact their relationship? The relationship between the UK and Australia. And my Australian friends, make some comments. Come in and tell me. I know a little. The only thing I know about Australia is you, and that it's a colony or a commonwealth. Excuse me. So help me with the structure. Help me where I need help. Okay, help me where I'm struggling. Thank you, sisters. Yes, I have friends in Australia, all over the world. Ah, Australia is going to have a lot of different choices to make, which can cause a bit of confusion. Class confusion. Here we have another power struggle trying to hold on to the monies that they have. Mm-hmm. Money. Money's an issue. There are a lot of decisions that need to be made, a lot of choices that need to be made, and none of them seem to be good ones. Yeah, this might be. Do you have a female prime minister over there? There's a Queen of Swords. I told you I don't know anything about Australia. I'm going to learn. I'm coming over one day. Uh, Definitely Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy. This lady is the law. This lady is the law. So it's going to be some major changes with the law. And here's my Queen of Wands, who is also active. I'm going to say this is England or UK. So we have representative from the UK, representative of Australia. I know her name is, your PM is Nicole, but I can't remember the last name. I don't know why. Talk about UK. And yeah, tradition. Okay. Okay. It's like she's going to make a phone call to her. This is what we're going to do. No, this is what you are going to do. Who do you think you're talking to like that? Here we go. And the only thing that's going to rein this PM or Prime Minister, who this official is the tradition. Okay? No, Charles is not going to have to get into it. But this lady, the PM here, Nicole, is going to really piss her off. Don't know what. Okay. We have a collaboration, a coming together of the colonies, the Commonwealth. Commonwealth. Yeah, there are going to be some scrambling here. A lot of some disinformation, some criticisms. But Australia is going to knock them down. A feeling of separation. It could be the loss of the Queen. Yeah, that's what it is. Here's the death card. Now they're wondering, okay, where do we go? Yeah, they consider her their mother. Okay, and here's the collaboration again. 3 threes. So we have the UK, the US, and Australia. That's what this reminds me of. The UK, the US, and Australia. And you will be solid. You're going to be solid. This also reminds me, this also tells King Charles, Prince William, and the Duke of Sussex back together again. I think King Charles is going to get his sons in line. And there may be, this is fun, you know, the moon is a card of illusion, and the mental challenge, I think there's going to be a movie, which is going to be a mental challenge. Excuse me. Yeah, it's going to be an emotional, we call them propaganda movies over here. Okay. Yeah. Or some type of documentary type. It's going to have a slant to it. I'll put it to you like that. Yeah, here's the King of Wands. He's marketing. Now, I don't know what that has to do with Australia. So let's ask. So we have a decision made. moving ahead with plans. Evidently, Australia had some plans, or England had some plans that they were working on, projects they were working on. That has not been publicly discussed, and now they're wondering how they're going to. It came out like this. I'm sorry. How things are going to move forward. Uh, I think those plans are going to be put on hold for right now, which is going to be a disappointment because Australia needs whatever it is from the UK, but the UK got zapped. It's the energy. The UK's energy is it's critical. It's critical right about now, and they're trying to find success. They're trying to find a way of managing it. Yeah, and see that's across. It's something again across the pond. Victory across the pond. So I don't know what it is. I'm not sure. They still love you, Australia, but you're kind of far away. Still one big happy family, but it's like I said before, the UK, specifically England, is pulling in its resources now. It's pulling in, and I think they're pulling in not only just the resources, they're pulling in their money. They might be pulling in their or closing down some offices. Yeah, because they've seen some things too that Spirit said they just can't afford. They just can't afford. They'll find a way to work with you, but it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a while. It's going to be well. That will be, yeah, it's going to be upsetting, but you're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. Okay? So Australia is going to be fine. You're going to deal with the morning and all of that kind of that stuff to get you clear. But at least you're on a more solid ground than the U.S. Okay? Um, yeah, that was Australia and the UK. Yeah, they still love you, but trying to help you financially is a problem. All right, now the future. Okay, this has nothing to do with England. I'm throwing this in because I'm curious after all this talk. What is the future of the United States from this point on? I don't know why. Well, I know about the Queen's influence. But what is the future of the United States now that we're talking about this? What is the future of the United States? Hmm. What is the future of the United States? I'm going to stop here. Let's stop then. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Overall energy. We have generosity. This is trying to win back your reputation. Seven of Wands. For, this is the Queen of Cups. Mothers. Mothers. They're trying to, the mistreatment of the woman. The mistreatment of the mother. And they're still looking for validation. So we're just trying to make things happen. Oh, damn. Standing alone. Nobody's buying into it. And it's interesting that how it's so important for other countries. And you would think it's important for the constituents to buy into the program, but it seems that the other countries have a say-so in it too, and that is what I find absolutely amazing. Issue is the Empress. Again, the other countries do not like the way the United States is treating its females, and things are a-changing. They feel that now there's going to be burdens. That, whenever somebody feels that you're going to be burdened about something and you're a partner, basically that means you won't be able to help me because you're going to be struggling with that. Okay, here we have Charles again. King of Pentacles. A lot of dynamic thinking and debates. Ruin. A lot of harsh exchanges discourse, a lot of toxic thinking regarding the financial security of the female. That's the mental challenge. Ain't that a blip? And the children. It's going to be a nightmare. Nightmare. The United States is going to pay for its mistreatment of women and children. And that's basically, that's Charles again. And then another, I could also look at this because it's the King of Pentacles. I say Charles because he's a Gemini, and sometimes the King of Pentacles hops up with the Gemini. But also, this is a business owner. Business as usual. Not this time. Not this time. This issue with women, if the United States doesn't resolve it, it may not be a United States. That's what Spirit says. I think I'm going to get serious about my passport and encourage my daughter to renew hers. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Because this mess that we're dealing with over here, I call it the attack of the female. Now that I found out they have trying to ban abortions across the country, now they're closing down maternity wards. I'm getting the fuck out of here. Oh, this is Grand Madam wrapping it up now. I hope you have a pleasant day. Much love.